Welcome, everybody, to this episode of Argonauts. We're continuing our Twin Peaks The Return watch through. We're getting closer and closer to the end. We're past the halfway point now. But I wanted to address some comments on that episode.
Oh, do you got some comments?
Yeah, I'm here with my Broichi boys. Welcome, Broichi boys.
These boys were made for Broichin.
Born to
That's
broich.
just what they'll do.
So
One of these days, these boys are going to broach
all over you. Are you ready, boys? Start broaching.
So on the God of Light episode, we got a few comments and like a back and forth between a few people or a couple.
Yeah.
So the first comment that I'm going to read was from 3 days ago by Emerald Sancho 6302. They say, "This was the episode that elevated season 3 into something special. David Lynch truly tapped into that surreal, dreamy wellspring so well from the start to finish, tracing the origins of Bob, the woodsman, and the light that is Sarah Palmer's spirit all the way back to the atomic age." That's an interesting take. Yeah,
I like that.
really concise of what we kind of were talking about and extrapolating upon, you know.
Well, it's easy to get lost in the sauce when you're in the middle of watching the episodes. But yeah, that was very concise and well said.
The next one, it kind of goes along those same lines of us kind of digressing and getting really into the thick of it, going deep, like, you know, Lynch likes us to do. This is from 4 days ago by Mr. Gadfly772. And thanks you guys for commenting. That's so cool. I like, you know, interaction like this, so make sure you're sticking with us.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, they say, "I'm really surprised that more people aren't reacting to Twin Peaks. It's such an unusual show that is begging for reaction." Right there, that's their comment. And then right under that, somebody replied to that. At From the Back Room says, "I'm kind of relieved. It requires patience and focus and total engagement of the mind to see Twin Peaks: The Return.
Wow.
It is somewhat better that less people know it. Makes it special and more personal." Wine glass emoji. And then Mr. Gadfly replies back to that saying, "I can see that. I guess I just love the reactions by people who aren't smart and seeing it for the first time. Takes me back to when I watched the show as it aired." And I mean, awesome back and forth, guys. I'm not gonna, you know, I commend you on at least, you know, taking a stab at starting a conversation going about, you know, how you first watched it and things like that. That's awesome.
Points for it staying civil the whole way through. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think that was I agree with both points being made. I enjoy seeing people react to this, but also I like that it's like a very specific few who will, and I like how he said you really do have to like devote, and even not just The Return, but you do have to like
it requires
really choose
patience
to devote
focus.
your attention. Yeah, and be patient with it.
Total engagement of the mind.
Because there are, I'm sure that you guys have had the experience before where you like something gets recommended to you, or you like, you know, start watching a show and you don't immediately, like, you don't really connect with it and you fall off, but then later on you give it another shot, and for some reason it's that time that really sticks with or like catches on, and you're like, shit, why didn't I get enthusiastic about this before? But yeah, it's,
and I'm glad it happened on God of Light, because God of Light is probably one of our top performing episode, or like Twin Peaks The Return episode videos that we did, because that is like that episode, so people are like searching that probably. But yeah, it's got a lot.
I think he called us smart.
Maybe he did.
High praise, thank you.
Maybe he called us dumb.
Dude,
I don't know. Maybe it's a backhanded
that.
compliment.
Yeah,
He's called us dumb. Like,
but I think he said it would be more refreshing to hear people not as smart.
Oh, okay.
Reread that part. I think he called us smart, dude. In a roundabout way.
Yeah, I guess I just love to see the reactions by people who are smart and seeing it for the first time. It takes me back to when I watched the show as it aired.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's fun to like take a break like that, like we did as it aired. I didn't like return back to it. no pun intended, until we watched it, as we're watching it now.
Yeah.
So it's been a while. It's been a
It's been a while.
So yeah,
It's been a while.
the next episode, guys. Do you recall what I said?
Oh,
This next
no
episode?
idea.
Okay, it's called "Laura is the
My brain
one."
is-
Whoa!
Oh shit! Yeah.
Laura is the one. Morpheus. Laura.
What? What would he say when he opens his eyes instead of saying, "I know kung fu"? What would he say?
I do cocaine.
Or like, that was good pie. I don't know what the fuck he would say.
Damn fine coffee.
James has always been cool.
Oh, he goes, whoa, there's a fish in the percolator.
Somebody check the percolator.
All right, so we're going to jump into this next episode. It's called Laura's the One. So, yeah, let's get into it. And keep those comments coming, guys. Let's not just have these guys have all the fun talking about it. Let's get this conversation rolling.
Let's start a back and forth. Well, so I believe that this episode was the final performance of Miss Margaret Lanterman, the Log Lady.
Log Lady.
Oh,
So-
let's give it up for her.
Yeah, cold ones
Yeah.
for the Log Lady.
Old
But-
ones for Log Lady, dude.
Her, like, her speech at the end was beautiful,
Oh,
absolutely
God.
beautiful.
It was
Heartbreaking performance. But it kind of reminded me of Dale's eulogy to Leland when he
Oh, yeah.
offs himself. Just
That's
with like
true.
some of the language that was being used and the tone of it.
Well, it's
and-
named after her speech too. This episode's named
Yeah.
after her speech.
Mhm.
That was the last
Exactly.
thing she said was Laura's the one.
And so it's also just nice to kind of like send her off with this beautiful song being sung, and especially I feel like it was for her in a way, because there was a line about like no fear, we're in the stars now, something like that.
Oh yeah, that song is like it's up there for like one of my favorite ending songs of this series now. It's
So just hats off
Fucking
to
Estrella, dude.
hats
Yeah,
off to the
cold one.
Log Lady.
Cold ones for Log Lady, dude.
crack open those cold ones for this log lady and her log.
Yep.
Miss Margaret Coulson.
Oh shit. She got serious there, dude.
Yeah, she's so serious. Yeah, let's rewind a bit. So we had this.
This seems like another building episode. You know what I mean?
it's sort of building, sort of.
It's adding on to things
is.
like it's this motherfucker being a real Richard, and then like, it's him pimping in,
on
taking
the
that
witness,
chick out.
on the witness who
Yeah.
saw him hit the boy with the truck,
Yeah,
and how she sent a letter to the sheriff.
she
saying-
called them and she sent a letter.
Yeah.
She sent a letter that day.
Yep,
So
and then he took her out.
boy Richie's like gonna blow up her camper, and her camper
Yeah.
was curiously colored like Dougie Jones's big old suit.
It's true.
Whoa! Yeah, true. Sorry
Um,
to interrupt really quick. Catherine E. Coulson, who played the Log Lady,
Yeah.
she did behind-the-scenes work on Eraserhead when she was married to Jack Nance.
Yeah, Nancy boy.
We've
Ho-ho.
well, we've talked about how they used to be married, but I didn't know that
And
she
then-
did production work on that. But that's cool.
No.
And then part 1 of the return was dedicated to Catherine Coulson, and part 15 was dedicated to Margaret Lanterman, her character.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So that's it. Just wanted to mention those couple
Fair enough.
details since I had them in front of me. Continue,
like it.
please. Yeah, I didn't notice that it was Dougie colors, but now that you say it, that's
Those keep popping up, dude.
Yeah, those colors
fucking-
keep
Richard.
they're so prominent.
He's being a massive Richard in this fucking scene, dude. This whole episode, he's being a massive Richard.
Yeah.
With that, and then he goes and
Oh.
fucking. Oh, and then we have it's Audrey's? No, not Audrey. Fucking what's her fuck?
Shelly's kid,
Shelly's kid.
What? Oh yeah.
In,
But HDS singing this beautiful song out here in the
oh yeah, we got a couple good songs.
Fat
this
Trout
episode.
Trailer Park.
Mm-hmm.
Old Harry Dean, dude. Old Harry D. Fucking laying down a fat beat. Yeah, this you see then, yeah, Shelly's kid. See that her relationship with that dude is turned abusive, kind of
Yeah.
like her
Who's-
mother and Leo.
Super
Who's
booger,
surprised?
super booger face right here.
Oh yeah, you got booger face. Dude.
The person who does drugs drives a like red hot rod car and can't like seem to hold a stable job is abusive or unreliable or just not a nice person. Who would have fucking thought from the history of this
Right.
show?
Yeah, where'd this guy
Right.
come from? Like, what relation does he have with any of these other?
You just crawled out of some scrotal sack 20 years before
He's
this.
probably
Yep.
another kind of like baby of a bad situation, kind of like
Well-
Dick.
It kind of seems like
Lodge
his
boy?
character
Lodge-
and
Made from lodge seed.
Yeah.
yeah, like it seems like him and Richard at one point could have been like the same character. Like they could
Right.
easily be combined just into one character.
Yeah.
But it makes sense that he's present in the show because we have like Shelly's daughter as her own as like an analog for Shelly, and then we have the shit heel boyfriend and
Analog of Leo.
but like
Yep.
what the reason I'm saying like that he
Back
and
from Hero.
Richard could be the same character is a couple episodes ago we had Richard meeting with that drug dealer and the magic tricks and all that. But like, well, this kid clearly is doing drugs, so
Yeah.
I easily see a version of this show where he either Richard is this guy or this guy becomes Richard, and then they just like replace each other in each other's scenes. So instead of Richard meeting with the drug dealer, it's this guy, and then et cetera, and
I see that. I think this
It's-
guy looks a lot like he's going to be playing an analog of Leo because he's got the same ponytail and he's
And
so like
The
he lashes
fucking
out quick.
flannel
and
shirt.
He's about to slap down the "We live here" line on her.
we live in the shithole, Shelly. I mean,
I mean, who are you? I forgot who you are. Yeah, moving on from that horrible scene to this
Guy
scene.
from Heroes.
Guy from Heroes.
yeah,
Coming
And
in, we have
according to Jim.
Candie slapping a fly with a rag.
Yeah.
And she gets super
She
mad
smacked
because
him upside the head with a fucking remote.
yeah, she finds
It was
the
tight. I
fucking
called that, dude. As soon as she grabbed that remote, I was like, "You go smack the shit out of him." She did.
and then she spends the rest of the episode just being fucking bereft, like
Yeah.
Yeah,
inconsolable.
it's daylight now, and she's like instantly she's like crying.
That's such a good.
And then next time we kind of like find them watching the Weather Channel. I think
Back in
that's
her
just
train.
what they like to.
Oh, yeah.
watch. She's
Yeah,
just
when
like
she's like,
crying.
"Are you? How could you ever love
How
me
could you?
again?"
And she's like gulping, like sobbing, barely able to get
And
the
then
words
she's
out.
back in a trance again, though. Like not long after that, during
Right?
the fucking,
What the fuck is up with these three? Candie, and
Up
the
with them
and the shelf
butts,
or the
Austin Powers.
butt. Ugh.
They're the
But
Stepford Cuckoos from X-Men.
Oh shit! Well then, where's Emma? That's my question.
It's a secret. They have
got some-
Dr. Phlox
we got
from
some-
Star Trek Enterprise.
No.
Dougie
Emma's
stuff.
fucking Janey-E.
There you go.
Damn.
I like this the little tap.
He's so gentle. Pat.
Kills me.
That was great. Good job, Dougie. You did it. You're a doctor now.
Yes, I understand. I must pat.
I'm a doctor.
Medical professional.
So they do an examination on Dougie, and he's fit as a fiddle, and he's got, he lost a ton of weight, and Janey-E's seeing him in a new light now. And she kind of, is giving the little bedroom
She's
eyes.
getting a little hot under the collar.
She
Yeah,
wants
she
to, send Sonny Jim
What's
to
the-
grandma's.
What? Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's this fun little scene, and then yep, it's nighttime, and she's still crying, and the girls are just making nice drinks, and poor guy's kind of just like looking at Candie like, Candie, chill.
Yeah, one of the other females comes over and tries to like console her, and Candie just pushes her away like, no, let me.
I just love this look. Like this whole frame here is great. He's like trying to watch the weather with a martini. And she's crying.
110, 111. Good God.
It looks like everywhere it's gonna be hot.
Okay, okay. This is a very minor thing, but something that I latched onto, and this is just what I do. If we go back a tiny, tiny bit, when the extended forecast first came up, it was only Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then past that, the rest of the screen was occupied by like this like hazy fog.
Was it Stink Minkum?
Stink Minkum? No, it was not. But it was like just weird because typically, if they're going to show you an extended forecast, they're not going to go through the
Right there.
Production wise. Right here. You have to go through extra effort to block off the rest of the. Why would you not show Sunday?
Right.
And so, like, it's like, to me, this was almost like a tiny little surreptitious like lodge moment. But it's not because it's clearly a graphic
like a
that then
glitch.
proceeds through. But like,
maybe he dies on Saturday, dude.
Well, it's not even glitch, but like maybe these guys. Maybe it is representative of them blocking it out. I don't even know, but I just noticed it because I was like, that's weird that it's
right.
3/4 of the screen almost is like blocked off by this gray blob. And again, like just being somebody who's done graphic stuff and TV a little bit, like you have to go through extra work to make it like 4 steps instead of 3. So
right.
It is just...
It's intentional, but why?
Weird. Yeah. Intentional. Weird to me. I don't know. Moving on.
It just shows you why you don't want to live in Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's true.
God, yes. Even when it's stormy, 103,
Pretty much everywhere's gonna be hot, like Tyler was saying.
I'm gonna die.
We find out that
it's a dry heat, though.
Through the TV after the forecast, we see that Ike the Spike is being apprehended here and taken away.
Dude, I loved in this part. He says Ike, and as soon as he says Ike, the person on the news picks up right after it and says the Spike Statner or whatever the hell his last name is.
Mm-hmm.
Like it flows perfectly. Like he said the full name, except it's 2 different people doing it. Fucking according to Jim over there.
Yep, Jim pops in, and then they kind of talk a little bit, and then find out that Dougie's a hero.
Talks about Dougie hero. Dougie trying to steal the clipboard, or whatever the fuck he's trying to do.
He's trying to take the
That was
badge.
tight.
He kept reaching to just touch the badge. He was like,
he wants it. Oh yeah, the badge.
Any like
and she's
symbol
being
of
all hot and bothered.
Authority, he just like latches onto.
Right, because he misses. He subconsciously.
Deep down in there.
Yeah. She's just getting hot and bothered because he's a hero.
Hot and bothered over his fucking cake.
Hot because he's eating cake. Yeah.
But I love to think about the details of this scene that take place outside of what we see, because like she's clearly, hot under the collar. She's a little turned on, but she had to like come home and get him a slice of cake, put it on a plate, all while she's fucking thinking about like his D, and she.
Well, I think it's one of those things where she's kind of dealing with the shit that happened, and like she's putting together the shit, gives it to Dougie, and she just sits and looks at him. And as she's watching him, she's thinking about how he, stepped up and saved her and like all that shit, and so she's just getting gradually turned on as she's watching him fucking eat the cake. That's what I picture.
I get that. But I like since she was reacting at the doctor's office, I see that she has been like on it
building
since the doctor's office, and this is her because she's leaned up against the wall. Her hair looks a little disheveled. Her shoes are like
some symbolism.
Her feet toes are curled.
They're curled, yep, curled and turned in.
So to me, this was almost like David Lynch very in a lot of subtle ways, having her push it over the limit to be like she is fucking ready to just like
She's creaming,
go
dude.
to the
Chicks
bedroom
cream, dude.
immediately. Yeah, Chixel cream. Exactly.
Chixel cream.
He knew about the leading product.
He knew about the
in
Chixel
Greece.
cream, dude.
Knew about Grizz Linen. And...
Grease linen. He knows about the old Grease linen, dude.
Grizz Linen presents Chixel cream.
Chixel cream.
Dr. Grizz Linen.
So yeah, after cake is party time.
After cake is cake.
Yeah. It's pied.
It's pie. After cake is more pie.
After cake is pie.
So the
There we go. Look at this man, dude.
Do you believe in magic?
Yeah,
In a
his arms
Dougie's
just
heart.
flopping like you pointed out, Wilson, and fucking his face of just pure joy, just pure innocent joy. Look at that man.
How else do you think he?
Dude, I get it.
Like, yeah.
Look at that. He looks like fucking 30 years younger there, dude.
He really does. Wow. Do you think they like did
Digitally de-aged him.
any digital touches here? 'Cause,
He just-
yeah.
Because he just
Honestly,
had
like,
some good sex. Because
or
later
if-
you see him from the side, and like his, as we all will get as we get older, our face starts drooping. He
Mhm.
gets, you see the old droopage going on, but
Well,
maybe
here's
maybe it's just gravity from him laying down like that. Everything
exactly. Yeah, like
pulled
him
down.
laying down. God, he looks like the fucking Kwisatz Haderach right there.
Yeah, it's just reveal fucking Muad'Dib peeks through there.
Muad'Dib. We call it Muad'Dib.
They move
And then-
on. We have some amp hour right here.
Yeah.
Amp Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting his fucking
Loyal listeners.
She's sitting in the office of her business, which we see the exterior of, which is why we see the exterior of it to give us like context. But yeah,
run silent, run drapes.
she's like, it's after hours. She's closed up shop and she's sitting in her shop watching this broadcast.
An in
which
joke. I didn't notice the fucking shovel there too.
Yep.
Didn't notice that.
She's got a support.
I was just focusing on the in joke of run silent, run drapes.
Mhm.
Fucking silent drapes.
Silent drape runners. She's very much mellowed out in her advanced years. Like she's just chilling. Good for Nadine.
Yeah, she's just chilling. She knows what she is. She's got her silent drape company. She's killing it.
Yeah, like the thing back there, it's like I like to imagine that that's her books, like her financial books, and she's just been fucking killing it all these years, and she's thriving. She's out there just living her best life.
Right.
And then after that, Dr. Amp's hour, we get more Dougie. And then his stare as he walks off to work.
So good.
I think right here the kiss that he just got from Janey, like the passionate kiss, is reminding him a little bit of last night.
Of the chickle cream.
Yes.
Some grizzlin on me.
Oh, Grizzlin.
Here's Linen to start his day, dude.
Super quick shot of
Here's
Jerry.
Linen. Just tripping balls in the forest.
Now,
No
this
signal?
this is not the spot that they depict later on. That is Jack Rabbit's palace.
Yeah, Jackrabbit Palace.
Bobby's
But
this
place.
is very similar to it. So like, he's supposed to be out here fucking high as shit. So what if he's not? But because how long has he been out there? Hours? Days? At some point, he's not going to be high unless he's consuming more drugs. So
at least been out there for like 4 episodes.
let's just assume that he doesn't have
68-year-old
any...
Wilson out there.
Well, I wouldn't be out there fucking doing drugs like that, but God, just exploring
No,
nature.
when you're
you better
68,
believe.
dude, maybe.
Maybe.
Well, we can't speak for future me, but at least current me.
Yeah.
I just want to be out there experiencing nature. But like,
Man, what
He-
better way to experience nature? Just
Smoke the nature,
like,
man.
it's all nature.
what if he's not? Because let's just assume that he doesn't have any shit on him. So like,
Yeah, what if he's not
It's some-
tripping?
yeah, what if he's sober, but he's in
That's just a
Jack
lodge
Rabbit's palace?
energy.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, he's tripping on the lodge energy.
You can't lie to me.
Or when he is tripping, it like fucking clocks him into like
Yeah.
Jacks him into the
It allows
lodge
him to
energy.
tune into that
starts feeling it.
frequency and pick up those signals. Yeah, I like that. Yep.
We get a great shot of Twin Peaks Sheriff's Department here. I like this shot.
Unobscured by a vehicle.
True.
I don't like the shadow from that light on the sign.
Yeah, if that
Well,
shadow wasn't there, but
too bad.
we know that Richard was talking to
Bring it up with the sun, bud.
Chad here. And Chad's going to intercept this delivery from the woman in the trailer from the beginning. And
Miriam.
Lucy and Chad have a little discussion about an incident where her clock stopped and she couldn't tell what time it was. So she was like, "Time is forever."
But Andy was convinced that the clocks stopped working, but then they realized they didn't know what time it was, so they didn't know if it did.
Right. Such a Lucy thing to do.
Yeah, it did.
So yeah, then Chad makes an excuse to get out there and go talk to the mailman. And the mailman kind of gets a whiff of him, like,
Yeah. You found the perfect frame right there, yeah.
Yeah, he's like,
I smell that boy there. I smell him coming.
Yeah.
Is that old stink
Smells
minkum?
like pee-pee and poo-poo in here. Why does it smell like caca and wee-whiz in here?
Yeah, it is.
So, yeah.
Exactly.
It's pretty reasonable because like the person at their household may stand there and go through the mail like that, but like just an employee getting the business's mail, who's going to give a shit?
Because he's like, I normally bring it into Lucy, and why?
That too, yeah. And now he's like sitting there rifling through it, so it's like, can I help you?
Yeah, like, are you expecting me to tell you what you got, or like, what are you doing?
He really does a good job of communicating. Like he's on the verge of like actually saying something, but he just kind of lets it slide.
Well, yeah, he's like looking at him rifle through the mail, like, I gave you everything, or like, just don't worry, it's all there. This is very curious why you do this. Get out of my face.
Why you do this?
Very suspicious. Lucy. She's very suspicious.
And she watched him do that whole interaction, so yeah, we know that she's at least like aware of him doing stuff, not necessarily aware of what's going on specifically.
Yeah, that
right.
Just because it's a beautiful day shtick, I'm not gonna work with Lucy. Like, okay, whatever.
She knows that's not that dude, like at all, to just be nice or friendly and shoot the shit. And then back to fucking Slicky Dick.
Slicky Dick coming in. We're Speed Force Johnny over here.
Hello, Johnny. How are you today?
Yeah,
beat up after exiting the Speed Force, dude. It's traumatic on the body.
Look what it does to you. I mean, yeah, I would wear protective gear too.
I love his color scheme, white, green, and blue. That's a great great scheme. Look at his fucking sneaks.
Yeah,
dude, he needed those, dude.
He could not be wearing shoes right now, but they knew that he was going to have to run.
Yeah. He's all tied up after his fucking Speed Force excursion.
I like how he has like horns on the mantle over there. That's kind of interesting.
Well,
horn, dude.
I know.
What's my name?
Why don't you tell me?
Talking to this weird.
Why do you have horns on your
Teddy Ruxpin from hell?
God. Yeah, the face on this thing is horrifying.
Does it
Even
have
though
a
he's
face?
got like a plate of cook, it does. It's got like weird eyes. It you see it more when Richard like comes into the. There's a shot that you get to see its face a little bit, but it's got eyes and like a mouth basically. Oh, the eyes are there. It is. Right there.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
Yeah,
got
it
real
is,
teeth on it too. Looks like.
How is that supposed to be comforting?
Looks like an OG internet meme face. You know what I mean? Just colored in white and black.
It looks like a David Lynch drawing, just like realized practically.
You're right.
Do you know what that looks like?
You're right.
It looks like the intro logo for Rancho Rio, whatever it was, like that kind of
Rosa.
Rancho Rosa, the flicker.
light bulb with like the fingerprint dirty. Yeah. I get that.
Like, look at that black kind of weird mouth kind of marker, like showing through there. That's totally like a Lynch thing. I'm gonna go see if I can find that.
Rancho Rosa. I mean, I bet it's at the right there.
Let's just play this quick.
Happens at the beginning of every episode.
Oh, Tim.
Probably at the end too.
It's like he put a marker, like a marker on a wax, or like on a wax piece of paper, and then put that over a light bulb.
Gosh,
Like,
who knows?
That's what you look at.
But you can see the filament of the light bulb right in there too.
Look, there's a little eye. The O looks like the eye.
Yeah, the drop shadow too.
So it could be the bear. It could be the thing talking to Johnny.
Hello, Johnny. How are you today?
Hi,
And
Dick.
I just repeat
You want some
the
money?
whole scene. Then fucking Dirty Dick comes in and fucking chokes out his grandma. Gets safe, steals all the money. Threatens to fucking cornhole his uncle, which is weird.
And I said this during this scene, but I forget what the scene was. But this scene right here, where broad strokes, Richard steals money from grandma and like assaults them.
Yeah,
that's big picture. But past that, why does the doll look like that? Why is it constantly repeating just the same phrase over and over again?
Right. What's the symbolism?
Yeah, like there's things about the scene that you can dig into that really make me start to question what they are communicating.
What part of David Lynch is this? Is this the I'm just gonna do a thing to fucking just be out there, or is it like I'm doing a thing to be symbolic? Which one is it? Because sometimes he does do stuff just to like be out, like just to like throw you off, right?
For sure.
This is totally just somebody's house too.
We know that Johnny, the Speed Force Johnny, wants to run around the house, so he is tied to a chair.
His legs keep moving.
His legs are just constantly moving, and so
can't reach the cosmic treadmill.
And the legs keep running.
To pacify him, I think what was happening is that his mom was there, enjoying a puzzle with him, drinking her tea, because you can see that there, and then she made that nice smoothie for him to drink through his teeth because they were sewed shut or something, so he couldn't maybe bite off his restraints or something.
The Speed Force.
Yeah, that too. Who knows? And so she
stressful on the body
to pacify him. Got this horrible
the long ass straw in that
bear
too
to talk to him. I don't know, and he was kind of being pacified a little bit by just watching it. It blinks and talks to him, and
I want to know the provenance of that bear.
Yeah, it's such a weird confection.
Well, he kind of like in the first season, he was wearing that like Native American headdress.
Yep.
And he
shot bow and arrows. A little.
He was like rocking in place and looking at like a doll house or something. Yeah, shooting bow and arrows. So I can kind of see how the bear might be something to help pacify him. To just like passive interaction with him is enough to keep him, at least like occupied.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And that's some type of therapy, I think, that helps him not run around as much, because he needs those restraints, obviously.
Here's something I just thought of. Sorry, go ahead, Eric.
I was just gonna say that I don't call that season 1 anymore. I call that BFF or BSF, before Speed Force.
Speed Force, okay.
Before Speed Force and is after Speed Force.
I'm so excited for you to continue to develop his comic book origins and story. But something I just thought of that struck me as funny is we saw in the earlier seasons that he was being treated by Dr. Jacoby, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't know that Dr. Amp is still like practicing as Dr. Jacoby. But
I'm not convinced Dr. Jacoby was any good in the first place.
Well, I completely agree.
But based off of his actions with Laura and just his results or lack thereof, seemingly.
Yeah. Well, his treatment of Bobby too.
Yeah.
But what if that bear is a creation of Jacoby, and he gave that to Johnny to be like, I know exactly what the boy needs. And
hello, Johnny. I look horrifying. How are you today?
I made this with my own teeth.
Seems like a Jacoby thing.
Yeah. Where the fuck did Jacoby get the teeth from?
Took them from the morgue.
Oh my goodness, I love it.
We got Sizemore being told that he's got to go deliver a message to the Mitchum Bros about Dougie
Yep.
not paying good on the insurance on, what was it, their arson thing that they did?
Yeah, their hotel or casino or something burned down, and it could have been, you know,
Paid
qualified as like something that paid out to them, but it was ruled as arson, so it didn't.
And Dougie,
Yep.
well, Tom Sizemore has to relay that Dougie Jones has a personal vendetta against them to really
Yes.
incite that violence.
Against according to Jim and the guy from the worst season of Heroes.
Right. And then we get this cute little interaction with Albert and the morgue lady. The lady from the morgue.
Morgue.
And then, just cute little scene where Gordon grabs over Tammy and's like, "Look, Albert." They're just talking about
So
some random
funny,
stuff.
like seeing David Lynch with like an innocent smile on his face.
Yeah, he's like, "I like this. This is cute."
Yeah.
The lady from the morgue.
And then he looks back at him like, "This is cute."
And then these two just leave and go elsewhere.
Yeah, they're just like, "All right, let's go get a drink." And then they go.
Time to leave. Time to go.
Sweet, sweet.
Sweet, sweet.
Man.
And then they piss off. And then that's that. And then we come back to here where the news is going to be delivered. And we got some dismulsion.
This is where
We got some dismulsion
This is
up
where
there in the
Candie's
monitor.
Oh yeah. So this is where Candie's back in her trance too.
Who are the other two? I gotta know what this group like collectively is called. Candie and the what?
The sweets.
Diapers.
Candie comes in looking like a freaking mafioso.
Candie and the
I brought him
my
to you.
God, you're fucking shitting me. We got
What?
a Hubert, Dubert, and Lubert fucking situation on our hands here, boys.
Oh, really?
Candie,
So
Sandy,
it's like
and
Candie, Mandy, and Sandy.
What? Wait, do it again. Do it again.
Candy, Mandy, and Sandy?
and Mandy.
You nailed it.
Hell yeah, I did.
Well, that's
It
pretty
seems
easy.
same like spelling, like theme too.
IE.
With IE, Candie, Mandy, and Sandy. I can't. Good job, dude. Wow.
Thanks, man.
Good lord, Broadshow. You ruined it with a toot.
No,
What are you talking about?
when somebody shows him appreciation, it creates.
It looks like, according to Jim right now, he looks like he's holding in a toot.
Oh my God. All right.
What?
Candie is portrayed by Irish actress Amy Shields.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh. Shields' interpretation of the character on set was that she had a history of being abused, and thus saw the Mitchum brothers as her saviors.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Though this was based on her own intuition, it appears to be confirmed by a conversation between the Mitchum brothers remarking that Candie has nowhere to go, which Shields was not aware of until the episode aired, as it was not in her copy of the script and she was not present for its filming. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Interesting take.
Well, that does answer give us a little bit of insight. Not answer, but give us a little bit of insight into things that we're calling out here.
Which one's Sandy? Which one's Mandy? You think?
I don't know. You tell me.
Sandy to the left,
why
Mandy to
don't
the
you
right.
tell me?
Would you say, Bracho, Sandy on the left, Mandy on the right?
Yeah, Mandy on the right. I don't know for sure. That's just what I'm saying.
Okay.
I think the opposite.
Could be.
Because of the haircuts. I don't know why. The one on the right, the haircut feels like a Sandy haircut.
She feels like a Mandy.
at me,
Like a
I'm
Sandra.
Sandra Dee.
Sandra Dee.
Ms. Lennon.
Bringing it all back.
Rousey with virginity.
Virginity.
All right.
Did I fucking legally weird?
Trying to figure out, they're gonna talk to Dougie Jones sometime tomorrow. That's what they're scheduling.
Yep.
That's pretty much that scene.
We
And
gotta
there,
get Doug Jones.
a lot happened this episode. We got now Gordon,
David Lynch drawing cartoons.
yeah, drawing a
Yep.
cartoon of a forest creature and a hand coming to grab
Horned
him.
And
dog.
reaching for a weird forest creature.
And then he
This
opens
part-
the
It's
door.
interesting.
I don't know. Can you guys tell me what this is? Why does he see that, and why does he see that when it's Albert at the door, or does that have anything to do with it? Like, what the fuck?
It's the wood, dude.
It's such an odd kind of thing for him to open the door to something like that. And why do we zoom in on this creature?
Because David Lynch directed the show. I don't know.
Symbolic. dude.
That's the
We
only
need
thing I
to
can
go.
think of.
We need to go
It's
deeper.
the
though.
trees.
We need.
Okay.
It's the trees. The
So
horns are the trees.
I
Sure,
see that.
sure.
I see that.
what is the creature
The
then?
weird monsters.
Twin
Either the
Peaks?
lodge spirit is like the lodge, or it's Twin Peaks.
and then the
Dale
hand.
is Dale.
So
reaching.
Dale is reaching to like Gordon Cole is maybe sensing that somewhere out there Dale is longing to return to Twin Peaks. And he's maybe the fact that he's reaching, or the fact that it's like an animal with antlers and there's like a disconnect there, is like he's got a ways to go or some shit.
The antlers also kind of look like trees, which trees also kind of look like how the inside of your lungs look.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
it also
Absolutely.
kind of looks like. Doesn't the arm kind of look like that too?
Yes.
Doesn't
Yes.
he have
The-
some weird
The
veiny
arm
shit going on?
is
with
like,
it?
yeah, similar to like some nervous system, or like, yeah, like
Yeah.
could be like, yeah, lung, like bronchi or all this. Yeah.
Let's say it's
Yeah, man.
Dale wanting to go back to Twin Peaks. That's what I'm saying.
And then well,
Let
so
me see Lorba.
okay. But this isn't Lorba. This is
No.
footage
Who's Fire Walk
from
with me?
Fire Walk with Me. But then like later in the episode is when we get Log Lady saying that Laura is the one. So like
Yeah.
she's communicating that to Hawk, but I guess at some time, at some place, like, well, at some place in this hotel room, Gordon
Gordon's
is
clocking
also
that energy somehow.
yeah, exactly.
Maybe it's the wood, dude.
It could
Remember?
be. I
It's
don't
all in
know.
the wood, bro.
It could be.
Josie's in the wood. Twin Peaks is in the wood. The lodge is in the wood. You know,
Why does he look? Yeah.
because he's obviously like looking through him. He's not looking at him, right?
But why is he looking
He
through
doesn't
him?
see. Well, because Gordon sees Laura, right?
What?
So
He doesn't say
he's
anything
like,
about it.
He's sensing
no, he
something.
doesn't.
He's sensing something off. Like
But he
Laura
looks
is
at it.
Albert,
breaking
yeah,
the
yeah.
veil. It's like
and then
something's
so he's
happening.
not. He's clearly not acknowledging or looking at Albert at all. He's looking
guess-
through him or beyond him. Not
I guess
focusing
maybe
on him.
Albert just like lets it slide a little bit because he knows that Gordon will be more interested in the information that Albert is there to bring him than like
Right.
talking about some weird shit that he may or may not have seen in the moment.
Or because because Gordon's his superior, right?
Yeah.
So maybe he doesn't address it out of respect. Like if he wants to address it, he'll address it type situation.
yeah, that as well. But this is where we get the first reveal between characters that they know something about Diane going on.
Mm-hmm. She's sending cryptic texts and things like that, and so one of them gets transmitted from Mexico.
Well, it originated from Philly, but it like bounced off of something from
Cheesesteak.
Mexico.
And then Tammy pops in and gets to show a nice, cool picture of the first episode box thing that we saw, and possibly the money, the backing of like this whole weird experiment thing. Like maybe that guy that's bald there is the guy putting up front all the money and capital for this whole thing to happen.
It's the other way around. It's Mr. C putting up all the money for this experiment, and then the guy in the lab coat is supposed to be
Oh, is that a lab
just
coat?
somebody
It just
who
looks like
is
a trench coat to me. Okay, but yeah, I can see lab
yeah,
coat.
yeah. But
Just the
it's supposed to
lighting.
be the other way around, where Mr. C is putting up the money to specifically put forth some kind of experiment, whether he knows that it will like do this thing or not, but he is trying to have Judy show up or manifest or like call her somehow. And this other person is just like a scientist or some random person who's helping facilitate this happening and probably telling him like, oh, this box fucking this big, and you know.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Opens up a hole. I like
then-
holes.
Basically,
That's a
get-
reused shot.
yeah, we get Lynch
What the hell?
looking at that. And then we get the conversation between Ben and his
Ben.
ex-wife about Dick stealing all the money. Now
I'm
she's-
not going to send you any more money.
And then
Yes, you would.
after the call,
This-
he's
this-
like, "You want to go out to dinner?" Or like talking to Beverly. Beverly, want to go get some food?
I really will get some dinner. Dude, so much of this, if I just picture David Lynch reading these lines, it just sounds like his voice. I don't owe you any more money. Yes, you do.
Yes,
No, I
you
don't.
do.
Yes, you do. I'm going to call my lawyer.
The David Lynch Theater, where it's a one
It
man
just
show
sounds
of
like-
David
it
Lynch.
Sounds like David Lynch.
Can we please make a David
Eddie, you
Lynch
wanna go
voice
get
with 11
dinner?
laps?
I thought we did. No,
Please.
maybe we didn't. I don't think we did. But yeah,
We did not. I would know. I would remember if we did.
we made
And then he
Werner.
says,
I'm thinking of
Mr.
Werner.
Jackpot.
Gosh.
The Werner one was
Yeah.
so unhinged that it's so yeah. And the Robert Shaw one is just crazy when he's like, "Oh, Bashir."
You have a little bit of. Yeah.
After that, we get the speech from Log Lady here, Margaret, giving
Says
it her
Laura
all,
is the one.
saying
Man.
Laura's the one, and talking with Hawk, and Hawk just I love how stoic he is, and
Talking
just
with
like
Hawk.
loves listening.
he
to
doesn't
Margaret.
say-
Access show.
Anything. I felt like when the scene ended, I felt like I was like, oh, I think I remember him saying one last time, like something like "Thank you, Margaret," or like
"Good night,
"Thank
Margaret."
you," like "Good night, Margaret," something like that. But he didn't. He doesn't say a single fucking word. We just leave it to Catherine Coulson to give her, because she legitimately died like hours after giving her performance here.
Mhm.
Or if it's not here, whenever her last performance was in this show, she passed away very sadly hours after giving that performance. And it's just like she carries so much of the spirit of this show that
does.
Yeah.
Literally,
It-
all the wood is
Yeah.
all the spirits in the wood, dude.
It's in the wood,
Yeah.
dude. That's where you got the log. Never thought about it. Makes total
So,
sense.
once again, cold ones for Catherine Coulson and
Cold ones for
Margaret.
Catherine Coulson, dude. Cold ones
Margaret
for Coulson.
Coulson, named after her because she was probably like, I bet that
Margaret
she was given the opportunity to.
Lantern.
Well, Lanternman was her married name.
Right.
Her maiden name was Coulson.
Okay, that's the story behind it. It's cool.
Yeah. Well, so the fucking mythological Paul Bunyan shit she married was Lanternman.
Gotcha.
Which Lanternman like.
Oh, funny as shit.
Yeah, she married
yeah,
a tall
yeah.
tale.
You remember me telling you about that? Maybe you were sleeping. I don't know.
It was his
No,
dream soul,
dude.
probably. Like, yeah, for
No,
the
she-
first series.
So she married her high school sweetheart, who was basically Paul Bunyan, like this like fucking 6 foot something, maybe 7 foot something dude, pure muscle, the most like stand up guy in town. He was part of the volunteer fire department or just regular, I don't know. And he died in some response to a fire, and his soul now inhabits the wood that she carries, possibly, or like his soul was like mixed into the energy of everything surrounding Twin Peaks, and it now helps inform her.
The lodge.
But basically, like they got married. Like the day they both turned 18, and the day after they fucking got married, he died, and so it was very much like a everything almost seemed like preordained, where he was meant to. So yeah, like it's just very nice that so much care and attention was given to
Respect.
her performance, and
Gave her a lot of
character.
respect. Hawk just sits there in silent respect, listening to her, letting her have her moment.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll leave it there. We'll leave it on Margaret here with her
Cold
log.
ones for Coulson.
Cold ones for Coulson and cold ones for Log and all the spirits in the wood. We pour one out for all the spirits in the wood, and
It's in the wood, dude.
we'll be
It's all in
back
the wood.
with this
Well,
next episode.
She's the only person who has the honor of in one way, like, appearing in every episode, because she sat down and recorded introductions to every episode that, gosh, I forget like what those were originally released with, but they're like, she sat down and has like a preamble little speech about like the fires that burn, the dark, and thematically kind of like sets up and is like last time on in the Twin Peaks David Lynch Log Lady way.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like a very specific and big honor, and yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
the next episode is episode 11, and it's titled "There's Fire Where You Are Going." Very cryptic. So that is, maybe there's some spooky guy gonna deliver that message to somebody. There's fire where
Better
you're
be.
going.
But Lucy, there's fire
fucking
where you're
Moby.
going.
That fucker.
Pookie,
That
there's
bald ass Moby over
fire.
there.
Pookie.
Punky,
Yeah, Punky. There you go. Punky, there's fire where you're going.
but Punky.
Like we talked about at the beginning of the episode, we really enjoyed those comments that came through. That was really awesome to hear everybody's interpretations or conversations that happened. So definitely keep those coming. Even just comment cold ones for Coulson in the comments.
Cold one for Coulson, dude.
And one last thing I'll ask you guys.
There's a lot of
is-
cold ones in this
God.
series. Cold ones for a lot of people in this series, dude.
Right. Cold ones for Miguel.
Yeah.
True.
Cold
So
ones
many.
for Briggs, Major Briggs.
Yep.
Cold ones for fucking Doc. What's his fuck?
Oh yeah, Doc Hayward.
Doc Hayward.
Yep, Doc
Like
Hayward.
cold ones
Yeah.
for
Cold ones for Miguel
Sizemore.
Ferrer. Cold ones for Sizemore.
Mhm.
Fucking cold ones for fucking Truman. What's his nuts?
Oh, Robert Forster. Yes.
Forrester. Yeah.
Gosh, yeah. Cold ones for The Return. Like,
Cold ones for fucking what's her fuck? Oh god. Fucking
you got this.
diner lady.
Oh yeah.
Peggy
Lipton.
Peggy Lipton. Yeah.
Peggy Lipton.
Yeah.
For sure.
Man.
So many cold ones, dude.
but
Get a
yeah.
fucking sixer. Get a sixer
Genu-
for Twin Peaks: The Return, dude.
Sixer for The Return.
Just
bud.
get a keg and just
Mhm.
dump it out.
Ge-
Cold
Genuinely,
ones, cold ones for The
think-
Return, dude.
no. Get a keg and send it floating down the river, and wherever it ends up, whatever happens to it.
Destiny.
Let the bears after
Um,
it.
Yeah.
But like, genuinely, thank you for engaging with the episodes we make, and for leaving comments and likes or whatever you do, and just it's appreciated, and it'd be fun to
Yeah, 'cause
continue.
we're just silly broichy boys, so it's nice getting feedback.
These boys were made for Broichin. Okay.
Broichin'.
That's just what
we'll
they'll do. Here, Rick.
So,
timing.
That's just what they'll do.
oh, dude, that
That's
wasn't
not-
me, dude, that time.
Hey, that's just what they'll do.
That's what they'll do.
days, them boys are gonna broach
Gonna broich all over you. Ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding.
So yeah,
That's
keep
our Avengers call. Is, are you ready, boys? Start broaching.
Keep that conversation. Keep these
Ding,
Broachy
ding, ding,
boys
ding, ding.
dancing and singing. And yeah, thanks for joining us on this episode. And we'll be back with the next one next week. See you later. Bye.
I
Bye.